Hi. So, I was trying to record earlier today. I brought my camera and everything. I was in a rush, so I was driving, but I didn't have my hands on the camera or anything. I left it on my dashboard, but obviously that didn't work. So I was just like, okay, well, I can't. So I just didn't. And then I guess I left it on. I left it, and then I came back and it was dead. I've just been, like, going through a lot. I wanted to make this video and I wanted to record this today because I don't want to wait any longer. I keep like uploading videos that I recorded like 2 months ago, and I don't want to do that. Like, I don't like that. It's just easier for me to like just record a bunch when I have free time and then just slowly like edit and release one a week. But I just don't want to do that anymore. I'd like to upload multiple videos a week, like different kinds of videos, but it's like, I don't know, because I can't stick to anything. I mean, I kind of stick to the, like, recently I started doing Fridays, and that's been okay. Like, I took a week off for my birthday, and then I took this past week off. That was mostly because I've been going through a lot. Like, I got a new car. I have a new phone, which I'm recording on right now. I used to have the 6 Plus, not even the 6S, 6. And I went and got the X because now that I'm like making money, because I quit my other job so that I'd have more time to work at the job where I make money. And now that I have that money, I want to spend it on things that mean a lot to me, like big purchases that I know I can make. Sorry, my hair, I'm like fixated a little bit. So one of those things is a car, and I know I've mentioned this has been a long time coming that I needed a car. I bought a car. I love my car. I'm a big obsessed with my car, but you know, that was a big deal, and I went through a lot to get it. Like, I went through so much. At every turn I was getting screwed over, even though I did everything right. Like, I was talking to my parents about this even because I was like, I'm doing everything right, and like my mom was like, oh, you're just learning a lesson, I guess. And then my dad said, well, what lesson if she's doing everything right? And I was like, exactly. It's just one of those things where I'm getting hit with a lot of stuff, and it's hard for me because I used to I'm a big believer in karma, so when bad things happen to me, I'm assuming it's because of karma. Like, bad, I deserve it for whatever reason. I'm like really emotional too, by the way. I don't know if it's because, like, I don't know if I'm about to start my period. I know that's a lot of information. I don't know, because I've just been super emotional, and like my anxiety for the past couple days has been like through the roof. And I know sometimes, like, I hate being like, oh, women are hormonal, because I don't believe that. I don't believe that women are out of control and can't handle their emotions. But it is true that because I already have those issues like anxiety and like depression and those kinds of things that I struggle with, I'm not like positive that I have depression or anything, but sometimes I think that I just kind of get on set, like I get a little depressed because of my anxiety. And I know that's kind of common in my generation. I could talk about that a lot, even though I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I shouldn't be talking about it because I'm not an expert, but I do have a lot of anxiety, and it really flared up the past couple of days. And one of the big things is that, like, I know in my last vlog that I literally just uploaded, which was like maybe a month or two ago that I recorded it, I was with my ex and we were kind of dating a little bit, but to be honest, I didn't really think it was gonna work out. I feel like it caused a lot of trouble in my life, but it's because I was making decisions for me and not for other people. So part of that was continuing to talk to him, just to kind of see, because I felt that he had grown a lot and changed and was on the right path. But one of the things about growing and changing is that sometimes you change, and that means that things that used to mean a lot to you and used to matter to you don't matter anymore. And I'm not saying that in the sense that, like, oh, I just stopped mattering. It was literally just one of those things where he and I were just not on the same page anymore. And we haven't been, and that's part of the reason why we broke up in the first place and why we were unhappy. And I know that. But I don't like to leave any stone unturned, so I still wanted to see if it would work, but I wasn't happy. It wasn't working. Like, I still need to figure myself out. He still needs to figure himself out. You know, I think there was a lot of unresolved feelings, so it was hard to be around him and not act on those and, like, want to be with him and stuff. But now it's like, this time that we ended things was a lot more different. A lot more different? Is that, I don't know if that's proper English. They were much different. There was just a complete, like, it was one of those things where there wasn't even, because when we ended things last time, it was very, like, unclear. I felt like there was still a lot of, like, wanting to be together and it was like it was just hard for both of us, and I think we were both still just unclear and unsure. But this time it was like I just sat there and I just looked at him, and he looked at me, and it was just like, I want to be your friend. And it's not sad because I think we were both just on the same page. The thing that's really sad about it is that before I even went in there, and even when I was still talking to him, I was just having a moment where I realized I'm not the same person anymore. And the things that used to make me happy and mean a lot to me don't. And they shouldn't. I'm sorry if I'm like looking away. I'm looking at my phone screen because I have it on like selfie mode. This is pretty nice selfie mode, huh? The iPhone X is not bad. I literally got it because David Dobrik has it. And I was like, if he uses it to vlog, then it's good enough for me. But yeah, like, yeah, it was really sucked. It really sucked. And on top of that, I know I've talked about this, but I quit my job at the place that I was working at before, and that came with a whole bunch of like other things. I don't know, just not working there anymore. It's just, I'm going through huge change. Huge. Like, it's giant in so many aspects of my life, and it's all happening at once. And I know, like, if you had told the person a couple months ago that this is gonna happen, like, I think she'd be like excited for it. But it sucks, like, really bad. It really sucks. I'm like covering up my double chin. I read like a tweet, and it said, we're in love with the idea of change, but not the process of change. And that's true. And the reason why is because change is not easy. Change is hard. If you think that change is easy, if you think that whatever change you're making, you're like, oh, this is such an easy transition, it might be because you're not challenging yourself. It might be because you're taking the easy road. And that's not always the case. I know that some people, I know that everybody's different, but there are moments in your life when you're gonna have to make decisions that are really tough on you. And I genuinely believe that I stayed in that relationship and I stayed at that job because I felt like it was safe. And I felt like it was easy. I'm sorry, I don't know. I wanted to do what was easy, but I made everyone believe that I was working towards something. And I was, but I was working towards not what I wanted. I was working towards what I thought was easy and what was expected, not what I wanted. And this is what I want, and it's so hard. Like, it's hard to get these videos up because, like, my computer, like, stopped working, and this was when, like, a lot of stuff started changing for me. Like, at the beginning of all the changes was when, like, my computer basically stopped working. So it's been difficult editing because I have to borrow my mom's computer, and I'm not, like, I'm still having a hard time telling everybody that this is what I want to do because there is so much stigma around it. I really genuinely feel like a disappointment because I quit what was stable and what was easy to do something that made me happy, that is not guaranteed, and that I'm not sure people even have respect for or take seriously. But I've always been the kind of person that I did what I wanted and I did what I was passionate about, and I think that's why people liked me. And at some point that went away, and I've been trying to get back to that, and I genuinely feel like this is the beginning of something really big. And when it started, like when I first got out of my relationship and there was like 2 months that I was just like single and I was killing it and everything was good, right? But it's because I was really numb, and I was still working at my other job, and like I went into like autopilot almost because I was just sad, I guess. Like I was just I don't know, not sad, but I was so angry. Like I was so busy being angry at him. I don't know, I was so focused on the like getting rid of the weight and like being me again, that I wasn't actually being me. I wasn't actually going through the hard part. Quitting my job was the hard part. That was really, really, really hard. It's still hard, it still sucks, but it's one of those things that I'm not even thinking like, oh, I don't want to go back because like I'm stubborn. It's not like that at all. Like I genuinely don't want to go back, but moving forward I just see like emptiness, and that sucks. I used to have like my job and the people there and my boyfriend, and that was good. That was like what I had going on for me. That was just me and my thing and whatever. But they were filling the void that I was supposed to fill myself. I need to complete my life on my own, and I can't have anybody else do it for me. And when I had like just gotten out of my relationship, I was like filling the void with like hanging out with a bunch of people. I was going out every night. I was meeting new people. Like I was crazy. Like I was going crazy, right? And not like going crazy like right now I feel like I'm going crazy, but I was like, you know, acting out because I was trying to fill the void that was there. I was just trying to distract myself. But there's only so many distractions you can do before you know, like I go home to my room and it's a disaster. I haven't cleaned it because like literally getting out of bed is so hard for me. Like I literally only get out of bed because I have to work to pay my bills, or if somebody's like expecting me, and like a lot of the time I'll bail on people at the last minute, and it's genuinely just because I get like I don't want to get up. Like I just want to stay there. I don't even want to move. It's horrible. Like it sucks. And I've been dealing with this kind of my whole life, but right now I guess it's just hard because I used to kind of lean on people, blame it on people, lash out at people, and now I'm not doing that. It's all on me now, you know? Really, I just wanted to make this video to talk about change and moving forward, how I'm feeling about my channel and what I want to do with it, to my 20 people that watch me. If you are watching, like, I just like feel free to have a conversation with me in the comments. Like I'm really like lonely, and not because I don't have people in my life, I do, but I close myself off a lot, and I open myself up in these videos because sometimes it's just easy for me to talk to a camera. I like connecting through YouTube and social media and stuff. That's just, I don't know, maybe that's part of having social anxiety, and maybe that's a bad thing, I don't know, but I've lived in the same town my whole life. Like I know the same group of people over and over again. I'd love to meet new people and meet people with different perspectives, and I'd love to like go out and do things. I'm going to Florida, which is a huge deal. I haven't like announced it yet, but I plan on doing a lot of filming and stuff in Florida. That should be cool. I'm going to Walt Disney World. It almost got canceled, but I think it's still on, so that's good. But I want to take you guys with me. I want to make stuff like more exciting. I want to do more things. I want to start singing and playing music on this channel because it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never really done because I've been too scared. And part of this change is doing stuff that I want to do and being brave and going forward and being bold and just following my passions and not making excuses anymore. But when days like this happen, like the past couple of days, like the anxiety and the depression and everything horrible, all these bad feelings just wash over me like a wave. It's like I've been feeling like butterflies, and like my chest has been like this. Like I've just been feeling so anxious. It's so stressful, and I'm just trying to work through it. But when days like this happen, it really does take a toll on me, but I don't want to let that be an excuse, and I don't want to let that hold me back from you guys and from making these videos and doing things that I care about. So that being said, one thing that really inspired me, because I was thinking about this stuff but I was so depressed, was watching the Shane Dawson video with Graveyard Girl, and if you haven't seen that, I'll link those. She really hits on the same points I'm hitting on. It's like when you're doing stuff for other people, you lose sight of who you are, and part of what makes YouTube so special is being you and connecting to people. She's also gonna be my recommended YouTuber, so check her out. I love Bunny, I love Graveyard Girl. I kind of got into her after everybody else was like after 2014, which I know was her big like peak, but I'm excited for her to like, because I did kind of notice she almost kind of stopped making videos for a while, and that bummed me out because I know that apocalypse has taken a toll on people, so I didn't know if that had affected her. But watching the videos, there's so many other things going on, but I related to her so much, and I hope that if any of you guys relate to me or relate to her, that you can find comfort in knowing that we're here for you and we care about you and we are you. So if you need anything, I'm here. I have no like views, no comments really coming in other than from people I know, so feel free to, don't feel like you're bothering me, feel free to hit me up if you're a random person and you see this. I want to build a community, and I want it to be based off of this relationship because that's important to me. That's what's important to me as a viewer, and that's what's important to me as a creator. Take comfort in knowing that there's people like me and Bunny out there who care, and we're here for you, and we're in the same boat, and we're all working towards being happy and positive and making things together and having fun and living our best life. And you matter. So, okay, well, I'm gonna go check out all the links below. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Everyone who watches, I really appreciate it. Thank you. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.